Welcome to the first Sunday Lounge, which happens on the first Sunday of every month, right here on my channel. The whole idea behind this is to strengthen connections within the tarot community. Each video is recorded a few days before its premiere, and it includes interesting updates, news, and things that have been happening or going to happen in our little tarot world. So just to be clear, the video itself is not live, it's pre-recorded, but the chat is live, and that's one of the most important parts of this whole thing. The chat is where you come in and help shape the content, add value, share thoughts, and connect with each other. The chat will be saved so people who watch later can still read everything and benefit from it. That said, this doesn't mean that the chat has to be serious or super educational. I want everyone to feel comfortable here. Joke around, talk casually, laugh, be yourself. The main reason I started this is to have a fixed monthly time and space where we can all gather, hang out, and chat together. And as we go, we'll naturally figure out what works best and how this lounge should evolve. If you have suggestions or ideas, please leave them in the comments under the video. It's much easier for me to keep track of them there. About the chat time and duration. The broadcast time of First Sunday Lounge will be set in 2 different slots. One time suitable for friends living in Europe, and one time suitable for friends living in Australia and New Zealand. This way, for friends in the Americas, it will be once in the morning and once in the evening. So, since this time, the first Sunday Lounge starts at 7 p.m. Europe time, which is 3 a.m. in Sydney, and for that reason, our Australian friends can't participate. Therefore, next month, I will schedule the broadcast at 5 a.m. Europe time, which will be, I think, 1 p.m. in Sydney. So that will be next time, next month, 1st of March. Right now, the chat is scheduled for about 1.5 to 2 hours. But if it gets busier in future sessions, we might extend it. Okay, so first I'd like to introduce a Kickstarter to you that is scheduled to launch on February 17th. It's a stunning tarot deck called Arcanum Academy 78 Fates, The Magic of Tarot by Max Sokolovsky. I will make a dedicated video about it, but I wanted to introduce it here as well, so you keep it in mind. It's an exceptionally beautiful deck in my opinion. And I hope that if you're interested, you'll be able to get one, because I think it's one of those decks that will become expensive once it goes out of print. You see, the images are that fierce anime style that reads really well and is fun. I really like this style. It's like a hybrid of dark wood tarot style and anime. So in the next video, within the first few days, I'll release a dedicated video about it with all the details. I'll also put the Kickstarter link in the description below this video in case you'd like to save it. Another tarot deck that I want to bring to your attention is this fascinating TDM, Tikkun Tarot and GPS by Gautier Bribosia. I just received this deck. I received it last night and I only took a look. I'm filming this video on Thursday 29th. So let me show you. I think I'm just going to show you guys all the cards. As you see, it's color coded. The majors and then with the minors. The suit of denier or coins is colored in red, the suit of cups in green, the suit of wands in orange, and the suit of air in blue. And what I really appreciate about this deck is the imagery in the pips. Like the pips are scenic and they are beautifully explained in the guidebook, which is online right now. But Gautier said that he is working on a PDF guidebook at the moment. So let me just show you all the cards while you're chatting. Tikkun is a Kabbalistic concept, meaning healing, basically. The concept is that, very simply put, is that the world is imperfect and us humans and all the creatures, all the living creatures, as we evolve, we help it heal. Look how cool this death card is. The faces are really interesting. And I have only gone through the deck like only once and just took a quick look at the website where you can find the explanation, the descriptions of all the cards. I really appreciate clever pips, like scenic pips that are very clever. Look at this one. You have a hat, like a magician's hat, with some coins falling out of it. And then you have a pouch of like gold coins, looks like. A blown out candle here. And a lamp at 5 of Pentacles. If you're into Marseille and you want something very unique, I think this deck is really, this is one of those decks that really adds a lot of substance to your reading. And it's beautiful, as you see. Excellent work. I was reading 10 of Cups. That's the only card that I read on the website because I was really curious to see if he explains about the depictions in the pips, and he does in depth. So on this one, he says Shiva and Shakti embrace in a slow, languid waltz, and this image is freely inspired by the erotic sculptures that adorn the outer walls of the temples of Khajuraho in India. And Gautier goes on in explaining why he chose this image for this card, as he does for all the pips. The faces are very expressive and quirky, which I really like. I really like that on a Marseille deck because it makes it fun. Face expressions are really valuable in Marseille readings. The cards are matte. High quality. I really have to edge it as well. I think I'm going to edge the deck in all these colors. And by the way, Gautier has sent me another copy, but it got stuck in the post. If I receive that copy, I will make a giveaway video and I will gift it to a subscriber of my channel. I really hope that it will come to me. But I will talk about it in another video once I have worked with it properly, because I have not worked with it yet. Once I've worked with it, I will make another video and I will definitely talk more about this really dope TDM in another video. I'm thinking I'm going to edge it in these colors, and I will put a link in the description box to his website, which is tikkun.be. He is located in Belgium. He reached out to me and introduced me to this deck. I wasn't aware of it. And when I took a look at it, I was so happy. I was like, yeah, of course. Please send it my way. Look at this. Thank you so much, Gautier. I really love this deck. Can't wait to work with it. Okay, so now I want to show you the decks that I worked with recently and some that I plan to work with in February. For anyone who just joined the chat, this is First Sunday Lounge, which happens on the first Sunday of every month on my channel. The videos are pre-recorded a few days before the premiere and include interesting updates from the tarot community. The video itself isn't live, but the chat is live. And it's a big part of building connections within our community. The chat will also be saved, so future viewers can read it and benefit from everything shared here. And please don't forget, leave your thoughts and suggestions in the comment section below the video. The one that I used when I was really hurting because of what's happening in Iran is the Future Ancestor Tarot, and you probably have seen this one. It's been a favorite for many of us for years now. Art and Words by Lexa Luna Studio. And this little guidebook is amazing. It's a pamphlet, it's not a guidebook. And I have edged it myself. It has this beautiful cardstock. And it reminds me of my grandma. Not only it reminds me of my grandmother, but also it has her spirit somehow. Sometimes I feel like my grandmother is speaking to me through this deck. And it is a winter deck for me. Love this sun card. I really like all the cards in this deck. I see myself in some of them, such as this one, Listener of Cups, my adult self. I see my mom, I see my grandma. I see other people's grandmothers in this deck. I love her too, Listener of Candles. It's a powerful reader. And very intuitive. Great cardstock as well. Seven of Needles. It's Seven of Swords. It's like they're gossiping. Let's see what the pamphlet says. Seven of Needles. Be careful not to betray others with lies and assumptions. Really clever. It gives you another outlook on RWS. It is RWS, but with a beautiful twist. I have it in my collection for, I think, 5-6 years. When was this deck published first? 6 years ago? It has helped me, she has helped me heal throughout the past 6 years. I always remember this one whenever I'm really hurting. You know, when you're really in a mood that you cannot even think of doing a reading. The only deck that I go for is this one. So she really has been a real companion and a true friend. And I love the art as well. A pairing that I tried was the Goddess Tarot by Chris Walder, written and artwork by Chris Walder. And this is a US Games deck, but look at this. This is from the 90s. But you can still buy this on Amazon. Actually, Tammy Pie made me do it. I had seen it before, but I saw it in one of her videos recently, like 2 months ago. And she was talking about it, and I was like, yeah, I should definitely get this one before it goes out of print. So I did buy it, and I did trim it as well. It comes with a little pamphlet for when you want to take it with you in this talk box. But then you also get a large guidebook with it, which is written by Chris Walder. And then you have also this large Celtic cross spread. I did trim it. Look at my edging. I edged it in metallic gold. Look at the backs. It looks so much better. So first, it was like this. The backs also, I mean, I like this a lot better. And it's a more manageable size now, because this is a larger than your standard size. See? So it's now a lot more manageable. I love how it looks and how it feels now. And the artwork of Chris Walder is really beautiful. I did pair it with Mythic Oracle, Carissa Melado, artwork by Michelle Lee Fallon. And this one is published by Beyond Words Publishing, the Mythic Oracle. So this is Greek Pantheon. It has a nice guidebook as well. I really enjoy reading the entries for each card. I mean, the whole thing. It has like a full page for each card. And the cards are large, glossy, and beautiful. These are the backs. I have etched this one in this gorgeous blue color. So this one is only Greek Pantheon, and this one is the goddesses from all over the world. The tarot deck is goddesses, but the oracle deck is gods and goddesses, Pantheon. So they're not exactly the same theme, but they work really well together. So here we have Hermes, and the keyword is messages, with the death card, which is Yukimoshi, is a Japanese goddess, with 10 of cups. And then here we have Zeus, divine expansion, with King of Pentacles and Athena as justice. So I'm going to show you guys, I think I'm just going to go on and show you guys all the cards while we are talking in the chat. And you can see for yourself how these two decks read together. I have zoomed in, so I hope you can read the card titles. Even the backs are cool together. The backs, the gildings. Hand, nature, with 5 of staffs and 8 of pentacles. Both guidebooks, by the way, are amazing. I'm not going to read from the guidebooks in this video because we are chatting in the chat box, and I think it's nicer to have just a visual, a video full of visuals, more than talking, right? Hestia, home, with 3 of Swords and 9 of Cups. For me at least, and I know for many of us, when we are heartbroken, when we are devastated, the best place to be is home, right? Athena, wisdom, with 3 of Staffs and 6 of Swords. Aphrodite, love, with the Sun, the Zoria, and 6 of Cups. Rhea, protection, with 2 of Cups and Prince of Swords. This is a very meaningful card for me. I mean, Rhea is an important deity for me. Always reminds me of some very important concepts. Anyways, Persephone, awakening, with 3 of Cups and 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords moment can be very enlightening. When you finally win, but you realize that you actually lost, right? Really beautiful cards. Saraswati is the High Priestess here. Wow, Kuan Yin is the Hanged Man, sacrifice. I worked with this pair a few times, like 3 or 4 times. Hades, the underworld. I almost never seen this deck. I think I've never seen it on TarotTube. Very underrated. Because it's really nice. It's glossy, sturdy cardstock, very flexible, large size, which is nice for an oracle deck like this. I use it sometimes as altar deck. I pull one card and put it on the altar. I have it for a year now, and I love it. You know, this is one of those decks that it's mass market, obviously. It's from Beyond Words. It was sent to me by Beyond Words for review. And I was so happy that I discovered it. Like, I would never think of it myself. I mean, they asked me to send me decks for review, and I took a look at their website, and then I saw this one. Otherwise, I would have never discovered it. There are many mass market decks that are undiscovered, very underrated. I'm quite sure this one is available on Amazon. I will put the links to all these decks in the description box, guys. And if you want to order them or put them in your wish list, please go through my affiliate links. That would help my channel. Oya as the strength card. Venus for the love card. I really like Chris Walder's painting style. It's so 90s. The whole deck is so 90s. I love 90s aesthetics in decks because that's when I started reading with tarot, and a lot of decks had this type of aesthetics back then. So yeah, look at these two together. Perfect. The gildings are mine, right? They both come ungilded. One that I have been really enjoying is the Folkloric Forest Tarot, an earthly perspective. I love this deck. This is by Lennox Rees. She has a YouTube channel as well. She makes really nice videos. Oh, what can I tell you? This is perfection. The guidebook is perfect. All the paper, all the material used, the cardstock. Look at this gilding. Look at these bags. This is so tastefully done. I mean, I am an art lover. I do visit museums, art museums often. That's an activity that I really enjoy. And this deck is like going to the museum. And by the way, the camera doesn't do it justice. Although my camera is really good, my lighting is good. I have daylight here, which I think is the best type of lighting, but it's just so much better in person. The colors are a lot nicer in person. And the cardstock is like this really fine texture linen. It's not your average linen, like standard linen. It's like a much higher quality linen. Anyways, it's not just, I mean, the tactile experience of this deck is something, you know, it's really a whole thing by itself. And then the images and what she has used, I mean, the way she has associated these images. Like this one is Page of Water. And this one is 5 of Fire. 4 of Fire. Knight of Water. How amazing. King of Air. Ace of Fire. 2 of Fire. Queen of Fire. Judgment. So this is curated art, as you see. I love this Page of Fire as well. Knight of Fire. I think I've put back the deck together. Looks like the Elder. Queen of Water. Pure joy. And I did not pair this deck because each card is like a proper painting. It's like you're looking at a painting in a gallery. Wow. And I pulled like maximum 3 cards. 1, 2, or maximum 3 cards. And I did not pair it. If you have this deck and if you have a good pair for it, please tell me. But I really think this deck doesn't need a pair. The Fool. Queen of Earth. Knight of Earth. Ten of Fire. I will tag her channel in the description box. You probably know her, but if you do not know her, you should check her out. She has other decks as well, and she's creating the water version of this deck. It's called the Folkloric Ocean, I think. Maybe it's even already done. I'm not sure. Okay. So that was the Folkloric Forest Tarot, which I used and enjoyed a lot. Another one that I used by itself is the Moon Power Tarot by Six Sad Girls, Charlie Quintero. And I really enjoyed working with this one as well. She's a fierce reader, this one. Again, an absolute favorite, and I have this deck for 4 years at least, and she comes out every winter. It's one of those decks that I never forget about, and she will stay in my collection forever because I really enjoy the readings I get out of it. I did not pair it this year. I used it a few times. Instead of pairing it, I pulled many cards, like 10, 12 cards each time. I'm thinking now, which deck shall I pair it with? Hold on a second. The Heart's Eye Oracle by Olivia Rose. Let's see. Let's see how this works. And by the way, I do pair tarot with tarot as well. But I mostly pair tarot and oracle. Fulfilled with the Tower and Knight of Wands. What do you think? Imagination with the Empress and Queen of Wands. Actually, I just thought of another deck, another oracle deck. this is okay, but okay, I have 3 oracle decks here. Let's see. First, I am Queen Oracle by Oti Harma. This one was released a few months ago in 2025 by Rockpool. And I got so many great readings, pairings out of this deck. Wow, this is great. So here you have Queen of Adventure with 8 of Swords and the Chariot. Queen of Receiving with 4 of Swords and King of Swords. This is perfection. Beautiful. Queen of Unfelt Emotions with Temperance and 9 of Pentacles. What a perfect pair. Right? This one is Queen of Love with 6 of Pentacles and 2 of Cups. Queen of Gratitude, Queen of Innocence, Queen of Insecurity, Queen of Tenderness. This is such a lovely deck. Again, underrated. Queen of Alchemy, Queen of trying to keep it together. And there is a door in all the cards. I think in all of them. Or not. Why did I think that you had the door in all the cards? Anyways, so this is a great pair. For the Moon Power Tarot, I also wanted to try the Santa Muerte Oracle by Fabio Listrani. This one was published by Los Carabello quite some time ago. Like, I think I have this deck for about 10 years now. Let's see. I do like it a lot. Yeah, it does work. It does work, not as well as the I Am Queen Oracle. I mean, this is a perfect pair for the Santa Muerte Tarot by the same artist. Yeah, it's possible. It's not the best pair, but it's possible. Okay, let me check another one. I'm gonna try another two with this. The Venice Witch Oracle by Lily Nguyen. This one is also by Rockpool. This is a funky deck. Look at the gilding. And these are the backs. Let's see. I got this deck specially for pairing with my Thought Nebula, because this is a perfect deck for Thought Nebula. Yeah, it's okay, right? It's not bad. It's doable. Love this King of Cups. Okay, it's doable, but again, it's not the best pair. Let me try the last one. Dirt Gems. I have the mass market edition, which is perfect. Perfect cardstock and guidebook and everything. Look at this guidebook. Beautiful production, really. Look at this gilding. It's that matte gold, high quality gilding. And these are the backs. Let's see. Nice. Visually they're perfect, but as you know, Dirt Gem doesn't have keywords. So this is for when you want to take some time to read the guidebook. And therefore I think it's nice to have just a 2-card pull. Right? This is nice. No, I like it for sure. I think this is a good pair. But with Dirt Gems, I always pull only 1 card because I have to read the guidebook. The Sun with Damiana. I don't even know some of these plants. Cool. Do you have a suggestion for pairing with, for any pairs with Moon Power Oracle? I've been thinking of putting some keywords, like writing some keywords on the cards. I might do that whenever I get some time, because I would really like to use this deck more often. I'm not using it because I have to open the guidebook every single time. How cool is this? The Hierophant. Just gonna show you guys all the cards while we are talking in the chat. This is really cool. This one also. The World and Vitex. I'm taking Vitex, by the way. It really helps the menopausal symptoms. Vitex capsules. The Tower and Bee Balm. The Moon and California Poppy. Love this Queen of Wands. Mimosa with 10 of Cups. How beautiful. It is a very inspiring pair. Look at this one. Wild Yam with Death. How interesting. Ace of Cups with Figwort. I love every single card in both decks. Okay, so it seems like I found two very good pairs for the Moon Power Tarot, right? I'm gonna show you two more decks that I have been using, and then I will move on to the decks that I'm going to work with in February. I have been working with the Guardian of the Night Tarot by MJ Cullinan, and this one is a Hay House published deck. Was published a few years ago. Beautiful guidebook, nice sturdy box. I love this deck. Look at my gilding. These are the bags, and this is my gilding, which is perfection. Okay. So I use this deck alone and also with the Mind's Eye Oracle because I really wanted to use the Mind's Eye Oracle. So I tried it and it worked, as you see. Look at this High Priestess. And then I put it back in order. Because I enjoyed working with it so much that I decided that I'm going to do a little study. I have not get around to do the study, to be honest, yet, but I'm still going to keep it in order because I have planned something in my mind, which is quite exciting. I love the strength card. Basically, I want to compare the images with RWS and TOT. So I want to put this one in the middle and RWS on one side and TOT on the other side and compare them. Because this is a very thought-provoking and also very intuitive deck for me. Death. The Heart's Eye Oracle is indie, but the Guardian of the Night Tarot, this version of it is mass market. As I showed you, it's a Hay House deck. Look at this, the Sun and Power. Judgment and Vision. She is a fierce reader. Ace of Wands and Meditate. Truth and Two of Wands. Tranquility and Three of Wands. Would have been better if it came out with Four of Wands. Right? Five of Wands and Reconnect. This is such a beautiful deck and outstanding cardstock. It's like rose petal, but not sticky. King of Wands. So gorgeous. Really well done. Although this is a very famous deck, but I think it's very underrated. And it's nice and matte. Six of Pentacles. Look at this one. Seven of Pentacles and Sanctuary. Another deck that I worked with recently, a pair actually, was Call of the Morrigan Oracle with Tarot of the She. This card comes out for me every single time. Like, this is my card. Eel. And it's about liminal space. Appears to be very important, significant space for me. Anyways, I cannot get into that. It's too deep for this video. Okay, so sometimes I went with these two together. Well, actually, what I was doing was Call of the Morrigan in the middle and Tarot of the She on the sides. And the readings are profound. These two are match made in heaven. Not just aesthetics, energetically as well, and just the way they read together. It's like they were made for each other. They're both mass market. Tarot of the She was published quite some time ago. I think maybe 10 years ago by Schiffer. And this one was published by Llewellyn. They're both amazing. Amazing cardstock and art and everything. Tarot of the She is so powerful. The guidebook is beautiful. Both guidebooks are amazing. So I was sometimes, like I did a few times this, and then also I would pull one card from Call of the Morrigan. I would pull two cards from Raven's Prophecy Tarot, the trimmed edition, which is trimmed by myself, obviously. This one. So I would pull two cards and put it on each side. And because it is trimmed, it just works really well. And then I would pull three cards from Tarot of the She underneath it. So that's also what I did. And these readings were also great. This was really good. These energies work really well together, like they create a story. And I would read the guidebook for all the cards. I really recommend this pairing if you have these three decks. But just one thing. If you have not trimmed the Raven's Prophecy, you might not really like how it looks. Let me show you. Because I didn't. I have the original version as well because I really love this deck, you know. And they have completely different vibes and energies. The trimmed version and the original version. So first I had it like this. It's okay. But I think the trimmed version just works better. Right? What do you think? I mean, you can totally use this version as well, right? But if you have both versions, then the trimmed one just looks better. Let's look at this together for you to see if you like it or not. Because the trimmed version of Raven's Prophecy paired with Call of the Morrigan is a no-brainer, right? But we want to see how it works with the original version, with the orange borders. It's actually okay. It's okay like this. It gets a little bit out of hand when the Tarot of the She comes in the scene, right? But this is totally fine. Really cool, actually. Last year I worked with the Crow Tarot. What is it called? The Crow Tarot? The one by MJ Cullinan. That pair also worked well. This is very nice. So here you have Fate with Four of Cups and Four of Swords. Beautiful. Maka with Five of Coins and Five of Swords. I love it. What do you think? Look at this. Wow. Nice, look at this. How interesting. We have the Lovers, Wolf, and Ten of Wands. Eight of Coins at the end. Alright, so then I worked with these two, Seasons of the Witch Yule Oracle and Witch Folk Tarot. This one is an indie deck, and this one is by Rockwool. I work with the Seasons of the Witch decks because I know them like the back of my hand, and it's just super easy to work with. And the Witch Folk Tarot, it's just a nice size and cardstock and everything. These are the backs of this one, and these are the backs of this one. Here you have Knave of Pentacles. I really like the depictions on this deck. They are simple. And here you have the Hierophant with Candle Magic. Darkest Hour with Ace of Wands and Knave of Wands. The gray borders work really well with this deck. Family with Knight of Swords and the Tower. Look at this Tower card. And the Knave of Swords. Like a witchy ghost. It's really dope. Mistletoe. This is a perfect pair, in my opinion. See? Right? They're perfect together. Look at this. So I did this for like the whole month of December and half of January, because it also reads really easily. It just works really well together. And this is a very inexpensive indie deck, by the way. I mean, depending where you are. I had to order it from the US, so it wasn't that inexpensive for me. But if you live in the US, I'm not even sure if it's still in print. But I'm really happy to have it. And I bought it specifically to work with the Yule Oracle. And then later I got the Yuletide Tarot. I got the Yuletide Tarot this year. Let me also show it to you with the Yuletide, because I also really worked with the Yuletide. I received the Yuletide for my birthday. So I received the Yuletide like 2 months ago. This one is also by Llewellyn. Christopher Hughes. Art by Erin O'Leary Brown. I have edged it. Really enjoyed working with this deck as well. Let's see what we got. The Star and Two of Candles. So again, what I did here, I read them like this. Which one do you prefer? I prefer the Folk Witch. This was also really nice. I did this around Christmas only, this pairing. But the previous pairing was for like a month. Okay, so I really like my edging. It's this green color you see on these leaves, the light green. And another deck that I used constantly is Jacob Jürger. This one is published by Yves Renaud in France. This is in my top 10 decks of all time. I have decided. I use it every morning. When it gets dark, like in the dark part of the year, which is 6-7 months over here in the Netherlands. When I wake up in the morning, it's dark. So I like to have a deck with a light background. Let me show you the cards. I like it to be simple, right? I don't want to be staring at the details on a deck. This is quite simple. So I always have a historical Marseille deck in the mornings. I always, when I wake up in the morning, one of the first things I do is to drink a glass of hot water with apple cider vinegar. So I'm sitting on the couch in the dark. I mean, I have lights on, but the lights are also ambience lights. And I always have a Marseille deck, a historical and traditional Marseille deck like this one. But this is my favorite. I really think this is my favorite out of all of them because of the sense of humor. And I love the simplicity. I love the cardstock. I mean, look at her. It's so unique. I love shuffling this deck. Look at him. Look at his mustache. And his high heel shoes. Look at this Jupiter guy. I also want to get the one by Artisan Tarot. That one is completely redrawn. And it's really cool. I will definitely get that one. Love this Ace of Cups. She is one of my favorites. Look at her huge cup and her whole outfit and the belt. And this thing comes from the top of her hair. 10 of Cups. So I did use this and I am still using it. I think I'm just going to switch now to another one. So cool. Okay, now we move to the decks that I want to work with. For February, Seasons of the Witch Imbolc. I constantly use the series. And I think this one is my favorite. With the Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot. The mass market edition, and I have edged it myself. This one is going downstairs now. After I'm done with filming, look at it. Black Bear with Warrior of Swords and Queen of Wands. I tried this pairing last year as well. And it worked like a charm. How beautiful. I do read the guidebook. I enjoy reading the guidebook for the Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot. It definitely gives you another perspective. A perspective that I like, that makes sense to me. And especially when read together with the Imbolc Oracle. They're definitely a powerful couple. Serpent with 8 of Swords and Ace of Swords. With the eye of the serpent as her eye. Love the candle on her shoulder. With the aura light around the candle. I really like this deck. I do think this is my favorite. I love this card as well. So cool. Love all of them. Horned owl. I have seen a horned owl in person, not in the zoo, in the wild. Very close though. We have them in north of Iran and they are massive. It's really a magical bird. Dark Days of Winter. Chance and 2 of Cups. How amazing is this? And the Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot, by the way, these white dots are supposed to be stars. It's like a starry night. But they look like snow to everyone. So it's a winter deck for everyone I know. Right? Totally looks like a snowy night. Greenhouse. I really know this deck like the back of my hand now. So I don't have to read the guidebook anymore. Amethyst. Bridget's Doll. House Mouse. Weather Divination. With Nymph of Swords and 2 of Swords. Look at this gilding. I can't wait for my deck to be published by Rockpool. It's supposed to be published by end of July this year. The Gajar Oracle. It looks pretty nice on the pictures that I have seen. Okay, so I'm going to take this one downstairs. I am definitely going to work with Tarot de Besançon Millet, 1780. Tarot de Besançon Millet. This one is published by Giordano Berti. Incredible, look at this. It's velvet. So you get this guidebook. And then this one about Tarot de Marseille in general. Okay, let me show you this gorgeous deck. He has the Tarot Focus website and magazine. So this deck, published in 2019. I have number 393 out of 900. This is such a rare TDM. Cardstock, incredible. It shuffles like a dream, but it has this, don't know, old feel to it somehow. Really good cardstock. I love everything about this deck. So unique. Look at the shoes. You see the shoes? Everything about it is so unique. The faces, the pips, the color palette. Look at him. And these two. So this deck was published in Germany in 18th century. Look at these faces. Yeah, it's really, really something else. The greens, the blues, the mustache. I definitely want to read with it. And I think it's a good time now. It's February. These are February colors to me. I bought it in the summer. I received it in July, I remember. This is his beard in navy blue. And look at his hat. The shoes are really cool. It's really cool. Even the pips are so unique. Look at his face. And the horse. The horse is charging towards something. While it's just a knight of coins. Look at his hair. He has long hair. It's like she's wearing boots. And the hermit. What a unique hermit. And the Jupiter. I love German Marseille decks. I have a few. Look at him. He's looking in the camera. And the shoes again. His hat. And look at hair. I mean, come on. Their hair is really cool. And there's no ibis here. The satisfaction in her face. And there's a pig here. Look at this guy again with his shoes hanging in the air. Wow. And Junon. And even the backs. Guys, I can't tell you about this cardstock. The cards are a bit larger than your standard tarot size though. I'm not a riffle shuffler. But if you are, you will really enjoy this. Okay, so I'm going to study this one and work with it. Maybe I'll use it instead of the Jakob Bjerger now. In the mornings. I think that's a good plan. Luckily, it has a guidebook and everything. Okay, so this one is also going downstairs now. Another February deck for me is the RWS Mundi Jules and Frost Tarot by yours truly. So this deck is double-sided and it comes with 9 spread cards by Angela, Tarot as Art, Cesar at 78 Puertos, Adriana over at Mystica Tarot, Kasia over at Tarot Map, Tammy Pie, Marine at The Waves of Your Soul, Rose Bay, Honeyloo, and Neha over at Dark Fate Tarot. These are great spread cards. So you have their information here and the prompts on the back of each card. And then this deck is double-sided. So on this side you have Jewels, which is also nice to use in February. But I use it during summer. For me, it's a summer deck. The back of it is a winter deck, Frost. And this will be the second winter that I'm going to use it. It was published in 2024. My copy, the one you see here, is gloss finish. It's available on Make Plain Cards. This side of it, in an elongated version, is available on Game Crafter as well, but only this side, the jewel side. But this deck, the double-sided version, is only available at Make Plain Cards, but then in many different cardstocks, even in plastic cardstock. Also in linen, glossy, with box. I mean with the talk box like this and with the plain talk box. But this is a great deck. It pairs beautifully with all these wintry tarot and oracle decks. I love her. And the size is also really cool. It's this much smaller than your standard tarot. It's really nice for taking on vacation or putting it in your bag. But I want to pair it this year with Stars Divine Oracle. This one is indie. Comes with a nice guidebook. Short and sweet. And look at this gilding, by the way. Love the backs. It's a really cool deck. Okay, so I thought, I have not tried it yet. I've tried this deck with many oracle decks, but I have not tried it with Stars Divine. So I thought I'll do it with you guys. What do you think? It does work. Nah, I'm not that happy about it. No. Old Ways Magic Oracle by Naomi Kornock. This one is also indie. I like this one better. But you know, the thing is, I actually, when I think about it, I've always enjoyed using the Jules and Frost deck on its own and then just pulling a lot of cards, a large spread. But this is okay. I love it. Battle ready. Oof, look at this. Ground. Okay. Let's try this one. The Heart's Eye Oracle. Just experimenting to see if I can have another good pair for it. I already have a few good pairs for this deck on my Instagram, but last year, not this year. Last year I did post quite a few pairings with this deck last winter. This is fine. I like this energy. Okay, now I think I'm just gonna stick with the pairings that I have from last year. I'm not that happy with any of these. But this one is going downstairs to be used in February and even in March. Another two decks that I want to use are these two. This is a playing card deck that I have restored and published. It's available on Make Playing Cards and Game Crafter. The edging is done by myself by alcohol Sharpie. So you have all these information cards. These are the gorgeous backs. This version is the one I'm showing you here. This copy is a Game Crafter copy. This is a beautiful playing card deck in tarot size, and it is very rare. So I bought the PDF and enhanced the colors and created the background. This dark navy blue background is done by myself because the original cards are just these oval cards. There's no background. And you can, if you want, you can trim it. And I might one day. But I'm really enjoying the backgrounds right now. So you have these four suits that are hunting tools from the 18th century, I think, in Flamand, in Belgium. I have explained in the info cards. The Flemish hunting deck, also known as the cloisters, is a set of 52 playing cards owned by the Metropolitan Museum of Art, New York, United States. It is significant in that it is the only complete set of ordinary playing cards from the 15th century. Estimate ranges of manufacture are between 1470 and 1480. Wow. Okay. Yeah, this is from the 15th century. The 4 different types of suits are colored either red or blue. The color red is used for the collars and horns, while the color blue is used for the tethers and nooses. See, I don't even remember. I did a whole research and everything, and I've completely forgotten. But this was around a year ago, and I never worked with it. So finally, I'm gonna start working with it because it has February vibes to me, and it's gorgeous. So this one is also going downstairs now. Another deck that I created and published recently for myself is the Tot Noir. As you see, Tot is with only T, no H, because that's how I believe it should be pronounced. And this is a personal deck. So these are the backs. I still have to edge it. And I have to tell you, the camera doesn't do it justice with this deck, because the shades of gray in this deck are so beautiful. And it's like there is light coming through. Like wherever you see white, that's like there is light coming through. I mean, look at this. It's so beautiful. And I need to edge it. So I created this for myself and a friend, just a friend of mine. It is make playing cards. Really beautiful cardstock. I mean, mine is smooth, but I really like it on this imagery. Look at this. Like this gray color is so much nicer in person than what you see in the camera. It has extra cards in it, by the way. And the box, matte, gorgeous box. If anyone wants it, let me know. Send me a message on Instagram. I will make it available for you, but this is not for public. Okay, so I'm gonna work with this one as well. Another deck that I'm definitely gonna work with is the White Newman. This is an oldie but a goodie. I have the French version with this gorgeous gilding. Published by Liminal 11, but the one I have, since it's French, is published by Leduc. I love this deck. And it is more of a March deck, not really February. So yeah, I think I'm gonna just leave it for now. This is definitely March. I am very seasonal with my decks. Love her. Four of Swords. This is a great tarot. Reads so well. I love this Chariot. And the King of Swords. This creature is really cool. I really like this cardstock. It's soft and flexible, but glossy. Look at her. I love this Hermit card. This is my favorite card of this deck. Look at his lantern. Amazing. Such a beautiful deck. The Emperor. The Hierophant. And the Lovers. The two snakes. Ace of Batons. Everybody wants to grab it. Love reading with it. And I love Cavalier de Batons. Look at him with a flame on top of his head. And the Queen of Batons. Okay, I have to put these on a shelf, on a separate shelf, so that I don't forget about the ones that I'm keeping for March. Another one that I'm going to work with in March, by the way, is this one. Jupiter Power Tarot by Six Sad Girls. An absolute favorite. I bought it in March 2024 when it was released. It was released in, no, well, it was available in tarot.nl website here in the Netherlands, so I bought it. It was March 2024. Then I worked with it in March 2024, and then I worked with it in March 2025, and now I'm going to work with it in March 2026. Beautiful color palette and so intuitive. I do use the guidebook sometimes I don't. Love this cardstock. It's high quality, very shuffleable and bendable, glossy. I mean, look at this color palette. This is the Two of Cups and this is Five of Cups. Justice, Death, Knight of Cups, Knight of Swords, Seven of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, Six of Wands, the Star, love her, King of Wands, Nine of Swords, Page of Wands, Five of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, the Lovers, so love this one as well, Page of Cups. I love every single card. What an artist. And the guidebook is also really, really interesting. Okay, so this one is also going for later. I'm gonna put it in another batch for March. This is becoming my March deck. Okay. The last deck that I'm going to use definitely in February is this one, the Magical Nordic Tarot by Chico Books or Chico Books. I don't know how to pronounce it. The guidebook is actually really nice in color. And these are the backs. The cards are larger than your standard tarot size. I have edged it myself. And it's a pip deck. Proper pip deck, right? Oh, I have put it in order. So you have, these are the coins. The pips are color coded. These are the wands. These are the swords. And these are the cups. I have put this deck in order because I was teaching with it. Okay. So let me show you all the majors and courts. This is the Wheel of Fortune and it has a keyword. The keyword here is fate. The Hanged Man. The keyword is limbo. The Devil. The keyword is boundaries. So I have this tarot course in Farsi, Knight of Pentacles, patience. And I recommended this deck. The Empress is nurture. I recommended this deck to my students. Death is rebirth. The Magician is mastery. And then you have the Charity card, generosity as an extra card. Knight of Swords, spontaneity. I did recommend it to my students because I think this is a great deck for experimenting with the non-scenic pips because it has great keywords. The cards are large, so you can see all the detail. It's easy. There are nice altar cards. You can pull a card, just one card, and put it on your altar. It is very wintry, as you see. Love the color palette. Knight of Cups, Dreamer. It is quite elemental. You see the elements in each card. I do recommend it, not for RWS. I mean, this is not an RWS deck, obviously, but to learn to read with the pips. Okay, guys, this was it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're watching the video later, after the chat, you can still watch the chat. I will save the chat so you can see what we have talked about in the chat. And if you want to participate in the chat, just remember it's going to be every first Sunday of the month. And I always announce it in my Instagram. We might have different timings each time because I want the Australian folks to be also able to participate sometimes. All right, folks, we're coming to the end of this video. This was our second monthly chat video. Please, if you have any thoughts, feedback, or suggestions, that you think could improve this lounge, leave them in the comments below. Also, if you're a creator and you want to inform the community about your project, write it down in the comments. You can email me too. Remember, the next session will be on March 1st at 5 a.m. CET, which will be 3 p.m. on March 1st AEDT, which is Sydney time. And in most of the Americas, it will be still Saturday late in the evening, Saturday, February 28th. So it will be 11 p.m. EST on February 28th. But I will remind you of it a few days ahead in my Instagram posts. My Instagram is Novamundi Tarot. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next First Sunday Lounge. Peace.